Good afternoon. It is the 27th of June, 2019. I keep only saying 19. It's 2019, isn't it? Today we're talking about angels, the planets, heaven, hell, all that sort of stuff, and all in aid of Folklore Thursday. So let's talk a little bit about angels. I'm going to jump right into it. But before I do, I just want to say that I've got a little bit of an exclusive coming tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. Our good friend William Wright has blown me away with a little bit of an exclusive. I'm not going to give anything away, but I tell you what, I am super psyched about it. So keep an eye out for that exclusive, topic. We'd start with a quick little summary of the different types of angels, because there are the very first type, the first types of angels, which is in the first sphere. These are the things. We then have the type that a lot of people they'll know the name, the cherubim, but again, they're not cute little baby things. Cherubim are have four faces. They're quite terrifying. Some people believe that Satan might actually be one of the could be a fallen cherubim, but that then contradicts others who believe that. Then we have the thrones. You may have heard of the thrones. They're so named because they carry God's like very attractive humans, and they have feathered wings. Their job is to preside over the. We have the powers. These are warriors. These are the ones that fight the demons. They are generally under the control of the archangels. Then we have the third sphere. The third sphere are called the Watchers. And we have the rulers. And these are assigned to protect groups of humans, countries, faith, churches. And then we have the ones that everyone knows about. The archangels. The archangels are the chief angels. Excuse me. Like Michael. Everyone knows about Michael, the archangel. Gabriel. Uriel. Samael. Lucifer. The light bringer. And then there are the angels, who are the foot soldiers. They send the messages. They carry out the tasks that are assigned to them by other angels. These are the lesser angels. They are just the angels. So there we go. They're the different types of angels. Gosh, we're 5 minutes in and we're only just talking about who the angels are. So let's talk about angels and their connection to the planets and the sun. So here we have the sun, and the angels that are associated with the sun is Raphael, Michael, and Samael. And then associated with the moon, we have Gabriel, Anael, Jahariel. And this is where things get a little bit confusing, because then we have Mercury, and also Mercury. Michael is also associated with Mercury. Zadkiel, Barkael, Hasdael, Raphael, Koshabar. Probably ruining that name. Then we have Venus. Now, the first thing you're going to jump on is, and you're going to say Lucifer. Lucifer being the morning star, the light bringer. But officially, no, not associated with Venus. We have Anael, Hasdael, Nogahel, Raphael again, Anael, and Hanael. And this is where we get into where Lucifer may be associated. So we have Mars. Samael is associated with Mars. Lucifer may be associated with Mars. We have Gabriel, I should say, Madimael, and Zachrael. And then Saturn. Saturn we have Kaphzael, Sabathael, Orphael, Zaphael, and Casael. And that's so keeping in mind that the planets that we're talking about there, these are the planets that could be seen, and that's why they're associated with those. The 7 planetary bodies they were the 7 for the 7 planetary bodies of the ancient world. Now let's talk a little bit about Lucifer and the light bringer, and who is Lucifer and who is Samael, and why are they sometimes confused, and why do we associate Lucifer with Venus? So if we look in the Bible, and we look at in Isaiah, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning star? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look down upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth tremble, that did shake the kingdoms? And that's the reason why people associate Lucifer with the morning star and called the light bringer. So how did we get there? Well, the name Lucifer comes from the Latin translation Lucium Fiera, which means the light bringer, the bringer of light. And somewhere along the way, when translating this, because the story is about the king of Babylon, not actually about Lucifer, the Lucifer that we think we know. This is about the king of Babylon wanting to be exalted as a god, and it says that you try that and you will fail and you will end up in hell. And this has then been associated with the fall of Lucifer, and there we have it. But is that the end of the story? No, that is not the end of the story, because I've mentioned my favorite of all the angels, Samael, the poison of God. Samael, considered the angel with the most free will, and the angel that is most human, and the angel that is not seen to be either good nor evil, is said to be both, and he's sometimes confused with Lucifer or Satan. Now, so we all know the story that Lucifer got too big for his boots, started a rebellion, and was cast down into the pit. And then we have Samael, who's seen as a trickster, who's seen as someone who tempts humanity for his own ends. And that's and somewhere along the way, these two angels became combined, and that's why you have the idea that Satan was an archangel before being thrown down. Oh, here comes my favourite, the train. Here he goes. There it goes. There goes the train. But the reality is, Satan was most likely cherubim, Samael, an archangel, and there you have the amalgamation of the two. But I think Samael is infinitely more interesting, associated with Mars, associated with fire, associated with poison, called upon by God to carry out some of the worst jobs, quite often seen as the adversary of Azrael, because Azrael dispenses righteous justice, whereas Samael does not. Samael does what Samael does. So there we have it, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope this was, a very, very high level view of the association of angels and the planets, and there's so much more to talk about. This is such an interesting subject. I went down the rabbit hole. But anyway, keep your eyes open for the exclusive that's coming tomorrow. I'm so thankful for William for including me. Thank you very much for joining me again. And tomorrow, don't forget, I've got some really fun stories. I'll be reading those out as well. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye-bye.